Thank you, Ash. Wonderful stuff. One of the things that's unique about the Queer Girls reading series, hang on, I'm short. I'm not just now realizing this, but one of the things that's unique about this series is we marry established and emerging writers. We can also hear a little bit of prose, some essays, some poetry. We like that stories are light, they're dark. And for the next reader, we really wanted our next reader to be funny, but instead, here's Elizabeth Chandler.
Thank you. Attention, attention. I love attention. Hey ladies, let me hear you. I can't see a thing, so I gotta hear more. It's my birthday, and I got on my lucky shirt. I am a lady of a certain age, somewhere between 45 and 50. We got any of those out here? Woo! 45. Yeah. While you're hooping and hollering, what do we get to do now that we're 45? You don't have toddlers at 45, do you? Okay. I love late life family. Starting a family at 40 is fun. All right, so no, now at 45 you get a colonoscopy. Wow, what a mixed reaction. AA meetings get a little more vibe than that. So I am going to attempt to perform a stand-up routine about colonoscopies. And I thought, hell, if Tig Notaro can make fun of herself with her cancer, I can do it about cancer prevention, right? Can I get away with this? Yeah! All right. So I almost had a colonoscopy Wednesday. So exciting. All right, I got my prep, the double-fisted jug you gotta do. I got my butt wipes. I got my A&D ointment. I got my vodka, because my therapist told me to cut it with vodka. That's actually true. Yes, ma'am. So, and I did my prep until I was pooping Gatorade. Woo! It was like bright yellow. Somebody knows that color. Yeah, they specifically ask you, are you prepped? Is it Claire? Can you see the bottom of the toilet? I was like, yeah, where's your toilet? I need to fill it up again. So I get there with my girlfriend, Nico, down front. Hey! And I go up to the counter. At this point, it was a 1 o'clock appointment, so I had to be there at noon, and I was 50 hours on a clear liquids diet. Anybody enjoy a clear liquids diet? Vodka is a clear liquid. Just saying, throw that out there. And I actually don't drink that, it's so nasty. Anyway, so I show up and she says, your appointment's been canceled a week ago. I said, what? She said, your appointment was canceled a week ago. I said, what the fuck? She's like, are you prepped? I was like, yes, where is your bathroom? I have a flaming chili ring back here that is ready to spew. So she goes and she's like, clickety, clickety, let me escalate that. I said, this sounds great. We need to escalate. We need to escalate now because this sounds crazy. So this was disheartening to me. I am Buddhist. I don't know if you can tell that I have no hair, and I cuss like a sailor, all the other Buddhist things. And I was trying to be cool. But the delirium had set in and I was not cool. And I said to girlfriend, I'm gonna go sit down. So I timed this out. If I quit laughing at my own jokes, it's a lot faster. It's really hard. I have all these voices in my head. It's like an echo chamber, and I'm laughing at myself constantly. It's great. So I go and sit down and start crying, because what else do you do in the lobby of the Digestive Health Partners on Sweet and Green? You cry in the lobby when they're like, you are all prepped and not getting a colonoscopy today. So I was sitting on the floor, feeling very sorry for myself, sobbing. I did. I sat on the floor. I'm going to say, let's do it. Let's sit on the floor. There was like some chairs, nobody around. I couldn't even sit all the way up, when you're supposed to do a meditation. No, I was just. I got screwed out of a colonoscopy. So in our practice, we have this thing about self-compassion, where you remind yourself, this is a moment of suffering. Suffering is a part of life. Number 3 is something dark side. And number 4 is, may I have enough compassion for myself in this moment of suffering. So I said to myself, this is a motherfucking titty sucking 2-ball bitch moment of suffering. I can be nice to myself. I want to set someone on fire. I just, like, ugh. And then I thought, so what had happened was, apparently something government shutdown. You'll have to get the full story from Nico, because she was the one I left at the counter. And then the lady that was like, your appointment's been canceled a week ago. Has Nico come and tell me I'm not getting an anal probe today. So, somebody thought that was really funny. You know what I'm talking about. You probably haven't delivered that message, huh? So I thought, man, okay, something about the government shutdown, and I couldn't get my colonoscopy at the place center. I had to go to the hospital. I need to reschedule. Someone clicked a button that canceled my appointment and didn't call me. They didn't call me. I know, right, dude? I was definitely crying. It was not my fondest moment. So sitting in the floor, sobbing ridiculously over a colonoscopy I wasn't getting, I decided, man, that chick, totally gender typing, I have no idea who it was, but that chick made a mistake. Mistake. Oops. I don't want her to do it again. So I sat on the floor crying to myself saying, if I'm going to be screwed now with a colonoscopy, may I be the only one ever. So, man, somebody over here like really gets me. They're feeling it. Like, I can't even see you, but I hear you, and it's amazing. Somebody get her some water. She looks like she's gonna pass out. All right, so I decided I was gonna make sure that everyone else that little girl was picking canceled. Your appointment's been canceled a week ago. Gets a call. Like, give somebody a heads up. Be a buddy. Let them know. Don't drink the clear juice. Don't do it. So much fun. And I thought to myself, while I'm sitting there crying, I was like, man, I've had a lot of different jobs. I worked at a bank. I worked in a storage that had a storage facility that did backup tapes. I once lost a tape that had millions of social security numbers on it. And it was just one tape. But I thought to myself, I am certain, without a doubt, that I myself have made a mistake that adversely impacted someone that I know nothing about. I don't have any idea what happened to them. Maybe I screwed them out of $20 on their paycheck. Maybe I, lost their ID. I don't know anything that could go terribly wrong with that. And I knew for certain that I have done the same thing that the chick who made a mistake and canceled my appointment a week ago had done. And so then I was sending loving kindness to all those people, and I was like, all right, if she knew I was sitting on the floor at the Digestive Health Partners crying like a small child about a colonoscopy she would feel terrible. So I sent loving kindness to her too. And then I marched myself back up to the counter, still sobbing. Make sure everyone else got the phone call, right? And so then there's this lady who comes around, she's like, I don't like to see my clients crying. She said, can I hug you? I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. Like snot in her hair. It was not a good day. And then she goes back around. I was like, you better hug this lady, because she's the one that's been traumatized by having to tell me, oh yeah, someone screwed the pooch and you don't get a colonoscopy today. So I was like, yeah, she needs a hug. I was like, I'm just going to go to Waffle House and eat cheese eggs. And a waffle. and recover, from my delirium or whatever. And, thinking about the possibility that I had screwed somebody out of a colonoscopy equivalent somewhere else down the line. I didn't mind so much anymore, especially after I had 4 Dr. Peppers, a bunch of sex, little weed. I don't know, what else did we do that day? I don't know. That's probably a reason, I don't know. And I'm like, that wasn't that bad. So I call up the next day. I was like, I'm going to tell you when I want my next colonoscopy. And you're going to put me in that date. I'm not doing a 1 o'clock appointment. I'm not suing you. But it's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning, bitches. So I'm all excited and ready. I'm like, woohoo! It totally dissolved as soon as I thought about the possibility of me having done it myself. Good times, folks, when you figure that out. Does anyone have any vodka? Because I'm going to need it again on Wednesday. Anyone? Anyone? Does anybody want to hear about my first mammogram? That was a trip. I was in there with like this ladies 80 and older club. You know, they get the little... What is that gown? I tied mine, but my tip was hanging out, just like one of them. It was just like hanging out, you know? And so I go in there and I see this woman who's 800 years old, and I'm like, oh, hers is tied appropriately. I'll ask her, excuse me, how did you tie that? And she stared ahead like we were at urinals. Like I wasn't even there. I got a tit hanging out here, lady. You guys, cancer screens are a riot. Don't ever miss out. I have another lady who completely ignored me too, and then I totally tripped out the scanner because I'm not modest at all. I'll just strip anytime, distance runners, you can help. So I just like go in there and drop my gown or whatever. She's like, oh, well, you could wait. And I was like, whatever. They don't tell you, has anybody here not had a mammogram? That guy. All right, here's the thing you need to know, women. Thank you. Thank you for fessing up. Here's the thing you need to know. You're thinking you're going to get your titties back? No, it's the whole rib cage. You're like, so much fun. Let's do it again next year. Thank you guys for putting up. This is my very first stand-up routine. And this is my birthday. And you guys are my birthday present. See you at the show.
I hope that colonoscopy happens.
Yes! Wednesday!
Yes.